Live for World Cafe, Cate performing Jerome from her latest album, Michelangelo Dying. I'm Raina Duras talking to Cate today. Welcome to the World Cafe.
Hi, thank you for having me and the band. Yeah.
So happy to have you. It sounds incredible. And that song, Jerome, it's the opening track to the album.
Yeah.
Why was that the way you wanted to introduce people into the world of this record?
Do you know, just instinctively, it felt like a nice, like a door opening into this, the world of Michelangelo dying. Felt like a good way to introduce kind of this sonic world, and I think kind of the emotion of the record too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know you were working on like a totally different album before you made this one.
Yeah.
Could you talk to us a little bit about the headspace you were in when you began working on Michelangelo Dying?
Yeah, I was kind of very in the throes of, real heartache, which is quite a discombobulating state to be in, and I thought, I need to concentrate on something else. I want to make a record, and I really didn't want to make a record about heartache. It was, felt like such a cliche, and I wanted to do something, sidestep it and do something different. But I think it got to a point where I realized that, you're not really sidestepping it. I was just carrying it with me. And when I'd get into this, that lovely state when you're making something where you're not watching yourself anymore, it would always veer towards, this kind of heartache. So I decided to just kind of roll my sleeves up and look it in the eye, and I guess use the record as a way to kind of examine and experience and put it down,
And like engage with
it. So I, didn't have to sidestep it. I could just leave it.
How does making music help you work through things? Is it always something you've used that way?
Yeah, I think so. Life is bizarro. And so, having something that you can experience it through is very, therapeutic for me, I suppose. Yeah.
In my experience, and I would guess many people's, when you go through a hard breakup, it can feel like nobody can understand it. Like you're the only person who's ever experienced these feelings, even though it's a universal thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And it can feel really impossible to explain and impossible to get other people to like, you don't feel what I'm feeling. You don't know.
Yeah.
You mentioned trying to avoid cliche. How did you approach writing about this sort of universal thing without falling into cliche?
Yeah, I think I just wrote about it in real time and just embraced everything that was coming up as it was coming up, There's no narrative. There's no, it's not like I come to any kind of conclusion about anything, because I don't know if that really, that's kind of quite boring for me, but it's me experiencing it in real time and just allowing, there's a lot of repetition, there's a lot of discombobulation. I think there's a lot of just trying to kind of really capture that kind of it's wild, isn't it? It's a wild thing to experience.
Yeah, I mean, discombobulation and repetition are two things I feel like you feel when that happens.
Yeah, so it all becomes a bit of an echo chamber, doesn't it? And, so it's really just trying to capture that atmosphere of the wild ride that is heartache. Yeah.
We're going to talk a bit more about actually making the album in a minute. I'm speaking with Cate today on World Cafe. We're going to hear another live song first, though. You're going to play Is It Worth It? Happy Birthday. And even without knowing exactly what the song is about, I can feel some of those familiar breakup feelings here. Is there anything you would like to tell us about this song before we hear it?
Not really. I feel, it's all in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it worth it? Happy birthday from Cate LeBon live for World Cafe.
Oh, bad company, love me if you must. Calculate the loss. Are you a giver? Open up in hell, undress the whore. It's a holiday,
a live performance from Cate and World Cafe. That was Is It Worth It? Happy Birthday from her latest album, Michelangelo Dying. I'm Raina Duras. Cate is my guest today. I know that the performance installation art of an artist named Colette Lumiere was a big influence for you and something that helped you hone in on what you wanted this album to sound like, and particularly her piece, Real Dream. And I was wondering for people who've never seen it, if you could quickly describe what Real Dream looks like.
Yeah, I mean, it's a woman, a naked woman lying in a beautifully ornate room. You know, it's kind of magical, fantastical kind of drapes and fabric, you know, which she uses in a lot of her work. And there's a mirror, and the woman is, to me, at peace, you know, and it feels like she's been able to put something down. It feels like she's resting, you know, that's what I took from it. And so, you know, when I work with Sam Akuja, who I've worked with for years and co-produces with me, you know, when you're starting to make something, you want to be free to follow your instincts, you know. But you also need a kind of map of sorts, I think, you know. So I showed it to him, and I said, you know, I really want a record that kind of almost sounds like this looks and this feels. And, you know, he's a very emotional and curious and brilliant, creative human. So that was something that we just kept coming back to and understood collectively and individually as well. And so it served as a, you know, a map that wasn't restrictive, but it was emotive to the both of us.
Right. If you're listening and you've never seen Real Dream before, I recommend you Google it and take a look, because
it's gorgeous.
It really does. And it does, the record, it sounds like the picture. Like once I looked at it, I was like, oh,
that's lovely.
This feels, it makes resting and sleep just seem so profoundly calm and beautiful.
Yeah.
And it almost, not indulgent is maybe the wrong word, but decadent in some way.
Decadent, yeah. And I think, there's something very, you know, again, a woman being able to put something down is, you know, important. I feel like we carry so much and hold so much up for other people to enjoy their days. But
You've said that in the studio when you were working on these songs, everything was sort of forming at once. There was no lead instrument. Could you explain a little bit what that actually means when you're in there?
Yeah, sure. I think, you know, again, with this idea that things were, you know, there weren't demos and there wasn't really a plan beyond making this thing that was coming into formation in real time. And so, and, you know, in the mindset of being heartbroken and probably quite frantic and, you know, all over the place, I suppose, that, you know, things were, each thing that would come into formation was informing the next thing, and lyrics were coming into formation at the same time that, you know, arrangements were being pulled together. So it's all intertwined, you know, it's all kind of like there's no hierarchy, everything is speaking to everything else and informing everything else. And the production similarly, you know, it's all feels like this kind of echo chamber where everything is speaking to everything else. There's not really much outside influence, I don't think, beyond that little world that was kind of coming into formation as it was in real time.
So let's say you're working on a song. I mean, we're going to hear you perform, I believe we're going to hear you perform About Time next.
Okay.
Say you're working on a song in the studio. You're working on About Time that day, for instance. What does that look like? How many times are you going back over and over a song?
Well, with this record, so many times, you know, things were changing, versions of the songs were changing depending on how I kind of felt that day. And the record, I had no idea how long it was gonna take to finish. It was, recorded in so many different places, in so many different mind sets, and so yeah, a song like About Time. So many different versions of that song kind of existed before it morphed into what it was, and it felt like it had reached a point where it was chiming with something that felt, right to me. But yeah, it's just little shifts here and there, working on the record as a whole, constantly with the whole record in mind, bouncing around songs, more of a song cycle than, individual songs in a sense,
You said the word chime there, and I've heard you say chime a few times when I was like getting ready for this interview and listening to other conversations you've had. What does that mean for you when something chimes?
I think just when it's like people will ask, how do you know when a song is finished? And you don't know until you know. And it's that little, that chiming of something that makes you, something fits, something's right. It feels right in your gut. There's no explanation necessary, there's no obvious explanation as to why that signifies the end, but you just know it.
You can feel it, kind of.
Yeah.
It's like when things resonate on that exact right frequency.
Absolutely.
And you can feel it.
Yeah.
My guest is Cate Le Bon. This is About Time, performed live for World Cafe.
Gracious daughter, I'm not religious
About Time, performed live by my guest today, Cate LeBon for World Cafe. I'm Raina Duras. And Cate, your name comes up a lot on this show when I'm talking about or to lots of the artists that we've had on, whether it's St. Vincent or Kurt Weill or Jeff Tweedy or Horse Girl. First, I guess, how is Cate LeBon, the artist, different from Cate LeBon, the producer?
I don't know that there is a difference. You know, sounds straight. I love producing. You know, I've been really lucky that so many wonderful people have asked me to do it. But I don't have any grand designs to be a producer. You know, it's something. I love to do, but I feel like there's this sense that you've arrived at something if you say you're a producer, and I don't feel. I like things to be in motion, you know. So I love producing, but I don't want to be a producer.
I hear you.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally. And I'm sure there's lots of things that you've picked up along the way, but is there anything that you can pinpoint that you've learned from working with other people that you were able to apply on this album?
I mean, you know, I think any session you work on, even if they're, you know, whatever the experience is, it's, you know, as long as you listen and you stay porous to what's going on, then you will continue, you know, to evolve, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you've listed some incredible people that I've worked with, and I've taken so much from each of them, you know. I think it would be impossible to spend as much time as I did with, you know, someone as incredible as Jeff Tweedy and not learn you know, a wealth of things, not just about music, but about, you know, loyalty and love and friendship. And so it's, you know, it's about staying curious and porous and
If you're just joining us, I'm speaking with Cate LeBon on World Cafe today. You put out a brand new song just about a week before we're sitting down for this interview with St. Vincent. It's called Always the Same. It is not on the new album. It just came out. When did you record it?
During the sessions of, you know, it was one of the songs that was recorded when we were recording the album. But it just, I don't know, it just felt to me like it needed a little bit more elbow room or something than the record would allow. And but something that, you know, I really wanted to share and is important to me because Annie is, you know, an incredible artist, so it's wonderful to have her on the song, but also she's a really good friend, and she was, and through, you know, the whole heartache kind of chapter, so it's lovely to have her kind of presence on the song in that sense too.
Yeah, for sure. I love the interplay of your voices in this song.
Yeah.
And you've worked together a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Aside from her being a great friend, what is it that makes your chemistry together so special? Why do you enjoy it?
You know, she's really infectious to be around in the studio. She's so activated by music. It's, you know, this kind of childlike curiosity and beginner's mind that she has that is just really joyous to be around. And she questions things in a way that is restorative and not reductive. You know, it's always her questions have a propelling nature to them. They're not like a sandbag in
like it moves it forward.
And to be around that is really challenging in a really good way, and it's really joyous and kind of boundless. So she's I love working with her. Yeah.
Well, let's listen to the song. This is Always the Same. Cate LeBon with St. Vincent on World Cafe.
It's always the same. It's always the same. It's always the same. It's always the same. It matters all it doesn't
New song from Cate that is Always the Same, featuring St. Vincent on there too. On World Cafe, I'm Raina Duras, and I'm speaking with Cate today, whose new album is called Michelangelo Dying. Another person that you've worked with and someone who appears on this album is John Cale on the song Ride. Why was John Cale the right person for this track?
Well, I love John Cale. I love the Velvet Underground, but John Cale's body of work and his attitude, and again, that kind of, forward-facing curiosity. He's always kind of switching things up, but in a way that still feels really authentic, and I think on that song, that I felt like it needed some kind of gravitas that was haunting, and I don't think there is a voice that has the gravitas that John Cale's voice has,
Yeah.
I love him. Yeah.
And you've known him for years now. You're friends, but is it true that you were afraid to ask him to sing on this?
Yeah. I mean, years ago, I got an email saying John Cale is looking for you, which was equally terrifying
kind
as
of
it was
ominous.
exciting. Yeah. It's like, oh my God, what have I done? But he wanted me to perform some shows at the Barbican with him. So we rehearsed, and that was very wonderful. But as soon as it came to an end, it was almost as if I'd imagined it. And, he's so such an idol and so iconic to me that it seems impossible that I could have done that with him. So,
Sure.
And then he asked me to do some more shows with him in Paris, and that was even more involved. But again, as soon as, you're not in a room with him, it's as if he's...
Did I dream this?
Yeah, mythical
Right.
kind of creature. But, and so I really, as soon as this song was kind of coming into formation, I really wanted John on it. But yeah, I left it until the very, very, very last minute to ask him, because I didn't want to know what it might feel like if John said no.
Right.
But, luckily he obliged, and yeah.
Could you tell me a bit about what it felt like when you heard him sing on the track?
Yeah, I mean, it was, again, he sent the vocals, and Sammer and I kind of got the files, and we put them into Pro Tools, and, we hit play, and I knew I was going to hear his voice, but there's knowing, and then there's realizing, and it was really, I had a little cry, maybe,
Yeah. I get it.
Yeah.
I can imagine that would be pretty moving.
Yeah. I mean, it's just his voice alone is moving, but when it's on your song, and it's what you've, something you really wanted, it is, it's very wonderful. Yeah.
This is Cate with John Cale. Ride.
It's alright. It's alright. Picture me laughing. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. It's
From her new album, Michelangelo Dying, Cate with Ride, featuring vocals from John Cale. I want to talk to you, Cate, about the idea of equanimity. This is a word that I've noticed come up sometimes when you're talking about this album. And, equanimity is a sense of mental calmness, stability in the face of pain and of stress. Was that something that you were searching for when you started making Michelangelo Dying?
think, I don't know if I was searching for it, but I certainly needed to employ it. And so I think it kind of, employing it allowed things to come up and come out, and without suppression, which I think is, it's healthier to let things just come out, again, so you can put them down. And
Sure.
And so to kind of not label things good or bad, and for them just to be things, thoughts, feelings, and be able to observe them, I think was how I was kind of able to really, let things be very emotional and very personal, and not try and choke it or
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you feel that you understand yourself in a different way coming out on the other side of making this album?
I think I understand that I need to put things down, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's very good. It's a very good practice. And yeah, it's you go through anything that is challenging, whatever it is. And I think if you look it in the eye, then you'll learn things. Yeah.
You put it out in 2025, so there's been enough time that it made a bunch of best of the year lists from critics. And I'm curious about what that feels like to have this piece of art you made while going through something difficult, and then have it be like celebrated on critics' best of the year lists. Like, what is that like?
I don't really pay much mind to that stuff.
Yeah.
Not in a. It's I think if you make something and you can stand by it, and then it doesn't. Not that it doesn't matter to me, but that's not what making a record is for.
Sure.
So I kind of just put that aside so that it doesn't influence me in a way that is not useful.
Yeah. My guest today is Cate LeBon on World Cafe. We're hearing you perform songs live today. How did you think about the live performance aspect of this, and doing something that was emotional in front of an audience?
Yeah, I mean, with any record, I suppose, you make it in private, and I don't really have a repeatable process, but I know the conditions that I want for myself when I'm making something, which is usually to just remove myself from as much outside influence as possible, so it does become this very private world.
Yeah.
And especially when it is something very emotional, and so you work with people that you trust and that you're very close with, and that again makes it even keeps this kind of insular atmosphere, and then all of a sudden, I think as soon as you sign it off and you send it to the label or whatever, it's kind of no longer yours. And so I think in that period I tend to totally reject it. And then it comes to the performing of it live, which is very outward facing, and so it requires that kind of time away from it where I fully kind of reject it, and to understand it differently, so that it's not only outward facing, but you're performing it. And so
it's a totally different thing from recording it or creating it.
Yeah, so
like performing it.
Yeah, so it's a different energy. It's a different you're looking for purchase on different things, and I think as well, it's the process of making the record was very healing, and so I was looking at it from a different headspace as well. So yeah, it's been, I find it a really challenging but rewarding process to kind of find a way to, to perform something that was very kind of,
personal.
Yeah, personal, and kind of came out in this really kind of stream of consciousness, kind of, real time, almost like a diary of sorts. And so it's kind of things that maybe, even though I was writing them, that maybe I missed the importance of in that time. I kind of understand them differently now. And
Sure.
yeah.
We're going to hear one more live song from you. You are, if you would like to say something about it, you can. If you don't want to, we can just go right in.
I might not want to, yeah.
Okay. We're going to hear you perform one more song live. Okay. This is Cate Le Bon, Heaven is No Feeling, live for World Cafe. Cate Le Bon performing Heaven is No Feeling live for World Cafe. That song is on her new album, Michelangelo Dying. Cate Le Bon has been my guest today. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, thank you. It's been so lovely. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm Raina Duras, back in a moment with more World Cafe.